Today let we see what is central moments of uniform distribution. Central moments are denoted by mu r, but over here we can find central moments of odd order and even order. We can find central moments of odd order by using mu 2r plus 1. Mu 2r plus 1 means we can put over here, if r is equal to 0 then we get mu 1, if r is equal to 1 then we get mu 3. So mu 2r plus 1, I can have the formula for this as expectation of x minus m raised to power 2r plus 1. Over here m is nothing but expectation of x, and for uniform distribution last lecture we have seen that expectation is a plus b divided by 2. Hence I can replace the value of expectation as x minus a plus b by 2 raised to power 2r plus 1. So by definition I can write this expectation as integration over minus infinity to infinity x minus a plus b by 2 raised to power 2r plus 1 fx dx. Now since PDF of uniform distribution is 1 divided by b minus a, which is constant term, it is come out from the integration sign, and we can write this as mu 2r plus 1 is equal to 1 divided by b minus a, and the range for this distribution is a to b, and x minus a plus b by 2 raised to power 2r plus 1 dx. Okay. Now we can put the value of x minus a plus b by 2 is equal to t. So we get dx is equal to dt, and the range becomes, for the range of x, I have the range of x as a to b, and if the range of x is a to b, then the range of t becomes, if I put the value of x as a, over here we get the value of t as, we can see the value as, if we put x is equal to a, over here we get a minus a plus b by 2 is equal to t, and hence after solving this we get this as a minus b divided by 2 is equal to t. Hence we get t is equal to a minus b divided by 2 if the value of x is a, and if we put the value of x as b, we get the range as b minus a plus b by 2 is equal to t. Hence the value is 2b minus a minus b upon 2 is equal to t. That means we get this as b minus a divided by 2 is equal to t. That means for the range of x as a to b, we get the range of t, for the value of a we get the value of t as a minus b by 2, and for the value of b we get the value for t as b minus a by 2. So that is my new range for finding mu 2r. Now we can put these values in the integral as mu 2r plus 1, this is equal to 1 divided by b minus a, and the range, now new range becomes a minus b by 2, b minus a by 2, and for this we can put the value as t, hence it is t raised to 2r plus 1, and instead of dx we can put dt. So we can solve this integral. Since it is, we see that over here, since it is odd function of t, if it is odd function of t, we get the integral value of integral as 0. Hence over here for the value of this integral we get the value as 0. Hence mu 2r plus 1 is equal to 0. Now to get the values of central moments of odd order, we can put the value of r as 1, 2, and hence we get mu 1 is equal to 0 as well as mu 3 is equal to 0. That means if I put the value of if I put the value of r as 0, we get mu 1, and if I put the value of r as 1, then I get mu 3. Now to find the value of mu2 and mu4, that is even order central moments, we can find mu2r. So over here formula for mu2r, just like mu2r plus 1, we write this as expectation of x minus m raised to power 2r. In previous session we put m as a plus b by 2. Over here also expectation of x minus a plus b by 2 raised to 2r. By using formula we can write this as minus infinity to infinity x minus a plus b by 2 raised to power 2r fx dx. Now we can replace the value of fx, which is constant, hence it is come out from the integration sign. 1 divided by b minus a, and range for uniform distribution is a to b x minus a plus b by 2 raised to power 2r dx. Simply as that of odd function, over here also I can put x minus a plus b by 2 is equal to t. Hence we get dx as dt, and the range is the same as that of first problem. That is, if x has a to b, then we can have the range of t as a minus b by 2 to b minus a by 2. So I can put the values as mu2r. This is equal to 1 divided by b minus a as it is, and the range becomes now a minus b by 2 to b minus a by 2, and in the bracket we put this as t raised to 2r dt. Since we see that the integral is even function of t, we get this integral as 2b minus a, and the lower range becomes now 0 since the integral is even function of t. We can put this as 0 b minus a by 2 t raised to 2r dt. So we can solve this integral for mu2r. It is 2 divided by b minus a, and integral now becomes t raised to 2r plus 1 divided by 2r plus 1 for the range 0 to b minus a divided by 2. Now it becomes 2 divided by b minus a, and the term which is 2r plus 1, it is free from t, hence it is come out from the bracket, and I can put the, instead of t I can put this range as b minus a divided by 2 raised to power 2r plus 1, and the lower range it becomes 0, hence it doesn't affect our equation. Now mu2r becomes 2 divided by b minus a 2r plus 1, and I can put b minus a raised to power 2r plus 1 and 2 raised to 2r plus 1. Over here the power of 2 becomes, I can have the power of 2 since over here 2 raised to 1 is there, and in the denominator I have 2 raised to 2r plus 1, hence in the denominator I have only remains with 2 raised to 2r. Now to get the even order moments, we can put the values of r as 1 and 2, so that we get, if I put the value of r over here as 1, I get the value of mu2. That means we can put over here r is equal to 1. If I put r is equal to 1 in this equation, I get b minus a raised to power 3 divided by b minus a, and 2r plus 1 instead of r I can put value as 1, hence it is 3 and 2 raised to 2. So after solving this we get this as b minus a square, 1b minus a get cancelled, and the denominator is 12. We see that mu2 is nothing but variance of x, and it comes as variance of uniform distribution. Now after putting the value of r as 2, we get mu 4 which is equal to, I can put over here r is equal to 2, we get b minus a raised to power 5 upon b minus a. Then instead of r I put the value as 2, we get over here 5 and 2 raised to 4. So after solving we get b minus a raised to 4 upon 5 into 16. So b minus a raised to 4 and divided by 80. Okay. Now this is our central moments, that is odd order central moments and even order central moments. After this we can find measures of skewness and kurtosis to see the flatness or pickedness of the distribution. So measures of skewness can be found by using moments, that is Karl Pearson's measures of skewness. So formula for these are beta 1. So formula for beta 1, you know the formula for beta 1, what it is? It is mu 3 square divided by mu 2 cube. But we know that all odd order central moments becomes 0. Hence the value of beta 1, we get this value of beta 1 since over here in the numerator I have mu 3 which is odd order. Hence beta 1 becomes 0. Also the formula for gamma 1 is square root of beta 1. It also comes as 0. So that means from this we get the result as if beta 1 is equal to 0, which implies gamma 1 also equal to 0, and hence the distribution is symmetric distribution. Now let we see Karl Pearson's measures of kurtosis. These are beta 2 and beta, formula for beta 2. You know the formula for beta 2, it is mu 4 upon mu 2 square. Now all these, that is mu 4 and mu 2 are even order and the values are over here. Mu 2 is b minus a square divided by 12 and mu 4 is b minus a raised to power 4 divided by 80. So we get these values as b minus a raised to power 4 upon 80, and in the denominator I have mu 2 square. So mu 2 square, that is 12 upon b minus a square raised to 2. So we get this as b minus a raised to 4 upon 80 into 12 square, which is 144 divided by b minus a raised to 4. So over here we get 144 divided by 80. So after simplification we get this term as 9 by 5. 9 by 5. And from this beta 2, now we can find gamma 2, which is beta 2 minus 3. And since beta 2 is 9 by 5, 9 by 5 minus 3, it comes as minus 6 by 5. Over here beta 2 it comes as less than 3. Hence your gamma 2 is less than 0. And hence the distribution is platykurtic distribution. Okay. Now let we have some examples related to uniform distributions. So first example is, suppose we have x follows uniform distribution over the range a to b, then we need to find the distribution of y, which is equal to x minus a divided by b minus a. Now from the last semester we say that we can solve this or we can find the distribution of y by using three methods. These three methods are, first method is transformation method, second method is distribution function method, and third method is MGF method. But since the function, if the function is monotonic, then we can find the distribution by using first method, that is transformation method. Distribution function method can be used for non-monotonic function, and the third method is used for both the functions, that is if the function is monotonic or non-monotonic we can use the third method. Over here our function, that is x minus a divided by b minus a, this is monotonic function, hence we can use transformation method to find the distribution of y. So first of all we have given that x follows uniform distribution over a to b. That means we know that the PDF or probability density function of x is fx, which is equal to 1 divided by b minus a for the range of x is a to b is equal to 0 otherwise. This is we have given in the problem. Now since we need to find the distribution of y, which is equal to x minus a divided by b minus a. So in the transformation method, the first step is to find x in terms of y. So we can find x in terms of y by using this as y b minus a is equal to x minus a, and hence the value of x is y b minus a plus a. So this is my first step, that is I can find x in terms of y. Now the next step is I need to find the value of dx divided by dy, and hence the dx divided by dy is b minus a, and I need to find not only dx by dy but modulus of dx by dy. Over here, since the range of x is in between a to b, that means the value of b is always greater than the value of a, hence this term comes as positive term only, hence we can have only b minus a as modulus of dx by dy. Now we can, the third step is we can find the range. The range of x over here is a to b. Now I need to find the range of y. I can put this value of x a to b in given equation. So if I put the value of x as a, I get the value of y as 0, and if I put the value of x as b over here, I get the value of y as 1. Hence if the range of x is a to b, then the range of y is 0 to 1 over here. Now the next step, I need the term fx. So next step is I need to find f of y. Now in f of y, or to find the PDF of y, we have to put the value of x which we find over here. This can be put in our fx, that is the given term. But in fx you see that there is no value of random variable or no x is present. Hence it comes as it is. That is 1 divided by b minus a into modulus of dx by dy. Over here the modulus of dx by dy comes as b minus a. We can put this value b minus a. We get answer as 1. So f of y, that is the required value, this is equal to 1 for the range of y 0 to 1 is equal to 0 otherwise. So this is my answer. That means if your x follows uniform AB, then your y follows which distribution? So y, that is equal to, I have the value of y as x minus a divided by b minus a. So this follows which distribution? So if you have the fx, see, your fx becomes fx is equal to 1 divided by b minus a. So if I put the value of b over here, suppose a is equal to 0 and b is equal to 1, then I get the value of fx as 1. That means this distribution which we find is also a uniform distribution, but the range is different. The range is 0 to 1. So your y is again uniform distribution for the range as 0 to 1. So this is my required answer. That is, if x follows uniform AB, then y, which is equal to x minus a divided by b minus a, follows uniform 0, 1. Okay. So this is my first problem. Now using the same method, I can have the second problem as, if your x again follows uniform a comma b, then what is the distribution of y which is equal to b minus x divided by b minus a. With the same method I can find this distribution. So let me find it. We have given x follows uniform a comma b. Therefore PDF of x is fx, which is equal to 1 divided by b minus a for the range of x a to b is equal to 0 otherwise. And we need to find the distribution of y, which is equal to b minus x divided by b minus a. So first step is to find x in terms of y. So we can find x in terms of y as y b minus a. This is equal to b minus x. So over here x, it becomes b minus y b minus a. This is my first step. Now the second step is I need to find dx by dy. So dx by dy, it becomes minus b minus a. But we need to find the modulus, that is modulus of dx by dy. So it comes as b minus a, because b is largest term and a is smallest term. This comes as positive term, and since we can take the modulus, the negative terms goes out. So dx by dy is b minus a. Now we need to find the range. The range of x is a to b. Then what is the range of y? We can put the value of x as a over here. If I put the value of x as a, we get the range of y as 1, and if I put the value of x as b, we get it is b minus b divided by b minus a. That means it comes as 0. But since the range is not from smallest to largest value, it is from the range is from smallest to largest value. It is not from largest to smallest value. So we can write the range as not from 1 to 0. We can write it as 0 to 1. Okay. Now what is f of y? That is PDF of y. For PDF of y, again we can put the value of x in fx. But since our fx is free from x, it comes as it is, which is 1 divided by b minus a, into modulus of dx by dy, which comes as b minus a. So again this comes as 1 for the range of x, range of y, which we find as 0 to 1. Okay, and 0 otherwise. That means we can get the distribution as, if your x follows uniform AB, then your y, that is equal to b minus x divided by b minus a. This follows uniform 0, 1. This is my second problem. Now the third problem is just like our first problem, that is, if x follows uniform AB, then y, which is equal to your distribution function fx. So what the distribution of this y? So I know that the value of fx is x minus a divided by b minus a. But our first problem is just like this. That is, we can find the value of y, or we can find the distribution of y, which is equal to x minus a divided by b minus a. So the first problem and third problem are same. Okay, so that means if your x follows uniform distribution over AB, then your y, which is equal to fx, and the value for fx is x minus a divided by b minus a. This follows uniform AB. Okay, so which ends my first topic, that is uniform distribution. In the next module we can see what is exponential distribution. Thank you.